Welcome to MATLAB tutorial. Today we will be discussing some basic MATLAB programs and we will see some interesting things that we can do in MATLAB. MATLAB or Matrix Laboratory is a programming platform designed specifically for engineers and scientists. MATLAB can be used in all the streams of engineering and various other disciplines. It is basically used for computation, visualization, simulation, programming and many other things. Coming to the MATLAB interface, we have editor window used to edit and save codes or programs. We have command window used to run direct commands and view the results of the codes and programming. We have workspace where we can see all the variables and tables being used in the program. And at last we have the current folder window where we can see and access the MATLAB files that we have saved. So first, we will see how to declare a variable. Let's take a as a variable and store 3 in it. Then we can select the statement, left click and select evaluate selection. This is used to run a specific section of a program and test specific lines of code. Let's take another variable b and store 4 in it. Now we can add, subtract, multiply, divide them using simple operators. Now let's try to make a matrix A. A matrix is declared using square brackets and each element is entered by either adding space or comma, making a row, and another row is added by using a colon. Let's take another variable b and multiply it with a. Here a dot and an asterisk sign is used to multiply. Since direct multiplication cannot be done in MATLAB, so here multiplication is done element to element between two matrices. Also, since the variables are saved in the workspace, we can use those variables to perform other operations. Now to clear the workspace, we can use clear all command in command window and CLC to clear the command window. We can use the input command to input the data from user in this way and use the data to perform different operations. We can even do operations like integration using int command. SYMS here is used to declare the symbolic variable like x, or we can simply use integral function which further evaluates the 1 minus cos 1 which was the answer of the previous command. We can also solve differential equations. So in the given example, diff x comma 2 is the command which means differentiation of x of order 2 with respect to z. We can also solve variable equations using the solve command and writing the equation in it. For example, we can use solve command and write two equations which is a plus b is equal to 1 and 2a minus b is equal to 1. We can use sqrt function to find the square root of any number or variable. In MATLAB, pi can be used by writing pi. Let's now jump to plotting of graphs. We can use functions like plot to plot 3D graphs along with some other functions. Let's take this example. Here t is the time limit from 1 to 10 with interval of 0.01. Then we have two variables, y1 is equal to sin 2t and y2 is equal to 2 cos 2t. Now we can use plot function to plot the graphs of these two variables and we have the result. Similarly, we have polar plots with root and theta, we have stem plot and we have stair plot. These are only a few examples of the many types of 2D plot. We can also view 3D plots by using plot3 function. In the similar way, we use the plot command. The line in green color is a comment. In MATLAB, we can comment a line by adding a % sign in front, but we do not have a symbol for multi-comment. Instead, we select the line we need to comment and press Ctrl R to make them a comment and Ctrl plus T to uncomment. In MATLAB, we can plot more than one graph by using the function subplot. So in this given example, we have plotted a graph of sin x and a cos x. So we have used subplot to plot the graph and specify their positions. So the first variable inside the subplot specifies the row, while the second variable specifies the column. And the third variable is used to specify the position of the graph where it will be plotted. So we have plotted the first graph in the color red and the second graph in the color of blue. In MATLAB, we can create a GUI or a graphical user interface which is used to create an interactive interface for the users. Here we can create a blank project to make our first GUI. So here we have different tools that we can use to create our GUI application. So first we have our edit box, which can be used to either input data or produce output. Then we have a button which can be used to initiate a program and produce required results. Then we have axis, which can be used to display all the graphs that we have plotted. And we have label, which can be used to label all the boxes that we have used in our GUI. We can change the properties of these boxes by left clicking and selecting Property Inspector, where we can change the tags, font and different types of properties. So I have already made a GUI which is used to create amplitude modulated signal and frequency modulated signal. Here I have used edit box, labels, list box, button and an axis to create this GUI. We can left click on the button and select editor. Now we can create a new program for ourselves. I have already created a modulation program where I have used the data from the edit boxes and used that data to create modulated signal. Here get is used to read the data and handles.edit1 is used to specify which edit box we have to access. Now the data that we have taken is actually in the form of string, so we need to convert the string into numbers. So that is why I have used str2num function, which is used to convert string to numbers. Similarly, I have read all the data from different edit boxes and converted them into numbers. Now I have simply written the formula for message signal, carrier signal, frequency modulated signal and amplitude modulated signal. And I have used a list box to select the different type of signals that I have created. For example, if I select the first item in the list box, then it will create a amplitude modulated graph. If I select the second one, it will create a frequency modulated graph. If I select the third one, it will create a message signal. And if I select the fourth one, it will create a carrier signal. Now, if we run our program, we can create our GUI, and this GUI can be used to create modulated signals. Similarly, you can make different type of GUI for different purposes. So that will be all for this video.